Oh man, well the thing's a real hoopty. I sold the 240. It was either a really good decision or a really bad decision. And if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know already that I sold it. I posted on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following my Instagram, go follow it. I usually post there before YouTube. So the reason I haven't been filming a whole lot, the last video, the one where Harinder crashed his truck, that was from December, right after New Year's. But now, today that I'm filming, it is the 6th of February. And I just really lost motivation. After I pulled the motor, I had these big plans. You guys know I had the big plans. And as soon as I pulled it, I just didn't want to work on it. And it's not an S14. And truthfully, I haven't been watching any car YouTube. I have been watching YouTube my whole entire life. I still watch so much YouTube, but just nothing car related. For some reason, it just like doesn't interest me anymore, which is weird because that's all I've ever watched. What I find myself watching now is off-roading. There's a few guys that I take lots of inspiration from. There's one channel called Matt's Off-Road Recovery. I really like that. I just think it's really cool. And then the guy that I take most inspiration from is Dirt Lifestyle, Nate Pickle. He's actually pretty local to me. Not super close, but he's down in Washington. I'm just north of the border in Vancouver. So it's like really cool to see that stuff kind of close to you, and all the terrain that he's going in near him, it's all the same up to me. The mountains, the trees, the dirt, everything, that's all the same. So it's just cool to see that and you can kind of relate. So with that being said, I posted something on Instagram that I sold the 240, and a lot of you guys were commenting on what you thought I was getting. A lot of them, I'll try and read some right now. Some kind of Euro, and I said wrong continent. AE86, I said quite possibly a polar opposite, and he said some muscle. I said once again polar opposite. Someone says I smell Civic. One guy was kind of close, not really, but like he said gonna get an S14 now. That would be my next option, but it's not. Lexus IS350, nope. A bunch of stuff like that. It's not a car, it's a Jeep TJ. I don't know what to tell you guys, I don't know why, but right now I'm super interested in off-roading and just metal fabrication. You don't get to do tons of that on a 240 or kind of car like that. You can make like bumpers and stuff and roll cages, but there is so much stuff you can do to an off-roading car. I just really think it would help me progress with my metal fabrication, and I want to learn that. I just bought a welder for the car, doing the tub and the tubing in the front of the 240, but never got around to it. So for the past few weeks, I've been looking for a Jeep TJ or a YJ or an XJ. If you don't know what those are, I'll pop them up on the screen. At first I wanted those three, and then I kicked XJ out, and then it was just a YJ and a TJ. And then I kicked YJ out, and then it's just been a TJ, and I've been trying to find them, and I've been looking up to like 500 kilometers away. I was totally fine with driving 5, 6, 7 hours just to go pick one up, just because they're hard to find at a good price. And my plans with it are wild. I'm not just doing a lift and wheels, I'm doing full overhaul on everything. So I didn't need a perfect one, and a lot of them are posted for 10, 12, 8, stuff like that, but like they're in good condition. I don't need a good condition one. So I've been checking every couple hours for the past 2 weeks. And I went snowboarding last night, didn't check my phone for like 3 hours. As soon as I got service again, we were driving down the mountain, one was popped up. Messaged him, and we got it all figured out. So in a few hours, we're gonna go pick it up. I gave him a deposit and I said, man, I want you to hold this for me. If for whatever reason I don't pick it up and I don't want it, keep the deposit. And he was like, sure man, like that sounds good. I want you guys to guess how much I'm paying. This is a 2001 Jeep TJ, has the 4-liter manual. I want you guys to let me know down in the comments what you think, because the pricing around here, and I think everywhere, maybe some places where you guys are from, they might have pretty cheap, and I know some places down south in the States, you just have so many of them, but for some reason right here where I am in Vancouver, there's not very many. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with me in my life, because kind of I'm all over the board. Filming has not been a priority whatsoever because I just haven't been interested. But I really hope that this new project sparks it, and I'm going to be doing a whole series because I really do think you guys will enjoy this. Even if you guys don't like off-roaders and you're only watching me because of my 240, that's totally fine. If I lose subscribers, I don't care because I'm doing what I want to do. And judging by the amount of creators making the videos and people watching them, I definitely know there is people out there that do want to see this stuff. So I hope you guys find your way to me. And one last thing, I'm not done with cars. It's on the back burner. I want an S14. You guys know I want an S14. Yeah, so we're gonna be leaving to go pick up this new TJ soon. If you guys have any questions about this stuff at all, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and answer as many as I can. I really hope you guys enjoy this new path I'm going on in this big, weird journey that I'm on, but I really hope you guys stick around and enjoy it. Let's go. And then you turn left, yeah. Yeah, know that.
Hi, Mom. Oh, yeah, big thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh, you really gotta push it.
There it is.
You got blown suspension.
Oh my lord, this thing, what did I buy? There's third. Oh my lord.
We got interior lights.
Oh my god. And we got heat too. So the guy said it didn't heat. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, I forgot to say. So, this is what I sold my 240 for.
How would you rate your purchase?
Oh man, well the thing's a real hoopty.
Like,
There's some good sounds, but I love a good shit box. Found it. My golly, this thing's a hoopty. Just gonna do a neutral roll. There it is. There's definitely some issues. There's definitely some issues, but I got it for a good price and I'll explain it all later once we get this thing home because I need to concentrate on getting us home. Jesus. I need to concentrate on getting us home. Alright, we got 5-10 minutes away from my house and the clutch is no longer a thing. Yeah, no, this thing, the clutch just doesn't work anymore. I just purchased the vehicle trying to get it home and the clutch just went on it. Yeah, the guy said it'll definitely make it home and then I came all the way. I didn't you know that you are. No, I know. How do you know? Yeah? Really? I yelled at you? Why? Oh, really? I definitely know where you were. That's right in front of Shooters. Yeah, I totally remember that. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is so cool. Okay, so it just so happens my tow truck driver watches this channel. He scared me at first. When I got out, he's like, oh man, like, you should have looked this over more. You're a Jeep guy. I'm like, I'm a Jeep guy? How do you know that? And he's like, oh, I watched you on YouTube and you yelled at me once. I'm like, I yelled at you?
I'm like, what? When? He's like a year ago. I'm like, what? No, dude, what do you mean I yelled at you? And he was like, I was driving my V8 swapped S10, and like we were driving beside each other, and you're like, hey man, that's cool. I'm like, no man, I never yelled at you. I was like yelling, hey, that's sick, from another car. So that's pretty cool. But we just talked about my Jeep and the 240 that I sold. That's so cool. He said he watches the channel. That's, oh my God, dude, that makes me so happy. That's why I do it for you guys. That's honestly why I do it.
All right, so it is the next day. Right now I'm in school, so all day I've been thinking about what this thing needs. And before I show it, I just want to tell you a little bit about it. So it's a 2000 Jeep Wrangler, so that's a TJ. It has the 4-liter 5-speed manual. And if any of you guys are big Jeep guys, this one has the NV3550. It's a little bit noisier, but it has a lower first gear ratio. As you guys can tell, it has the hard top, didn't come with any soft tops or anything like that. Mechanically, this thing runs all right. I mainly bought it because of the plans that I have, and I'll explain that maybe this video, maybe next. But on the outside, it's a little beat up, and that's why I got such a good price. Like, I think I might have said at the beginning of the video that you can't really find one for under $8,000. This one I got for literally 50% of that, just a little bit more. $3,900 is what I paid, but there's a lot of things that need like work to make look good. But also with my future plans, there's still a lot of things that I don't really need to repair because it might get cut. So there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be going into this. So I'm gonna quickly brief you guys what happened last night. So when I went and picked it up, the guy, I knew foldingly well that it had a hard time shifting. Something was wrong with the shift pedal. You push it in and it kind of engaged the clutch, kind of not. It's almost like you were pushing the clutch in a quarter of the way, but with this, you push it all the way in, right to the bottom, and you could kind of feel that it wasn't really shifting. So you had to shift hard. And sometimes it would grind, and then you have to like rev match up. And if you miss the RPMs going down, you have to rev it up as you're kind of pushing into the gear until it hits that certain RPM, so the synchros line up, and then you can push it in. Eventually it just gave out, and I probably shouldn't have been driving it like that. I totally knew. It's not like this guy did this to me. I totally knew that it was definitely a risk taking it home, but I wanted to risk it. I wanted to try driving it. And the thing drives all right. Other than like the horrible sounds it was making, that's just because all this stuff is going on. So, with that being said, I got some stuff. We're gonna try and diagnose what the problem is. And I think that it's the master cylinder just because it was leaking a decent amount last night. You can kind of tell how it's leaky there. This whole tray is leaky from it. I haven't really fully inspected underneath. The master was just the first thing I saw and it was leaky, so I knew we should just start by fixing that. All right, so what else do we got? I just got some hose. We're gonna do a heater core flush. So you just pull the old heater core hoses off, stick this on, run a hose one way, flush all the gunk out one way, and then do a reverse flush where you push it in the other way, push it all back. You keep doing that till the hose water comes clear. And then you pour some coolant in it, put coolant back in. So obviously coolant, oil filter and oil, transmission fluid. So maybe that's another issue why it was shifting weird. I don't know how much Cass got in the video of me grinding gears. I grinded a lot, and that stuff's gonna be in the fluid, so definitely change out the fluid, might as well. Usually this stuff, I was doing lots of research last night, people say that this stuff helps with shifting. It can't hurt it. So we're gonna do that. And then brake fluid. We're gonna try bleeding the brakes, and this is also for the clutch. We have a lot of stuff to do. Actually, I'll give you guys a total. So all of this stuff, with the pretty decent discount from Lordco, I paid $225 after tax. That's what maintenance cost. So the guy that drove me out there, I just want to give you a quick little backstory on him. Him and Emerson used to mountain bike and scooter and bike and BMX and downhill and dirt jump, everything. We used to do that shit every single day for probably 4 or 5 years. So yeah, Braden is a great guy. He would always, I remember this story, this is actually a good story. So him and Emerson would come to my house at maybe 8:30 in the morning. And then this would be in the summer when we were in high school and middle school and whatever. They would come to my house and start playing video games on my TV. And then I'd slowly wake up and I'd come downstairs and I'd see them and they're like, all right, Brad's up, let's go. And then we'd go mountain biking in the forest from 9 a.m. till literally 9 p.m. We'd be gone the full day. And we'd do that every single day. I'm not even kidding. We'd be coming home. We'd go to the skate park after with our bikes, bike at the skate parks, take the last bus home, and we'd be coming home at 10:30, 11. And I was in probably grade 7. I don't know how old that is, but
That's how long I've known this guy. He's the guy that gave me the side-by-side, so if you guys watched that video, then you already met him. So yeah, he's gonna be playing a pretty important role with this channel in the next coming weeks for the foreseeable future. He wants to do something like this. This is kind of where I got a lot of inspiration. Not inspiration, but like, he knows a lot. He's a mechanic. He's been teaching me about tons of different options, and he wants to do something like this. And if you guys saw my Instagram story, there was a car that was blue and beige. I highlighted everything out so you couldn't see. That was his. He bought that. But with that being said, this is what he wants to do. And I think we got a shop together. So it's gonna give us a little bit more room. It's gonna have the right power because I bought a welder. God, I'm just rambling on and I'm so sorry, guys. This is the welder I bought. Only does MIG. I'm buying a TIG stick plasma machine after. So I'm gonna have two machines. This one's just a dedicated MIG. It's a MIG 180. So this thing will do everything that I need. So we're gonna be doing tons of stuff. I'm gonna say more plans in the future. I don't wanna spoil anything yet, but this is definitely gonna be a series. This is definitely gonna push me to the limits. This is definitely gonna make me learn how to do some good fabrication and welding. If that's what you guys are interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Show me that you like this video by hitting the like and leaving a comment. So yeah, let's get into it. I ain't going nowhere. Oh, why is that so tight? And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well that finishes up draining. I just wanted to show you guys kind of underneath. So I found something that I think is so funny. Still coming down. Where is it? There it is. Look at how this exhaust is held together. One clamp there. Another clamp right there. Dude, who worked on this thing? Oh my God. That's why I got it for such a good deal. So the frame might look to a lot of you guys awful. The body right here is not good. Put my finger right through there. That's the body, this is the frame. The frame is good. There's no holes anywhere other than where they're supposed to be. The frame is only picking off right where the coating is. So the body, on the other hand, needs work. We're repairing all of this stuff. That's gonna come in another video and I'm gonna explain why we're repairing it, but that is not good. But that stuff is all repairable and that's the beauty of this. That's basically the extent of the rust. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, Brad, that's a lot of rust, why'd you buy it? I see that as a repairable amount of rust because it's really not that bad. I just bought a welder. You can buy kits or you can even bend your own sheet metal. I have access to every machine that you could ever possibly think of to make everything work. And I'm in school right now. I could make up any body panel or anything like that that I need. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm learning how to do all that stuff. So that's why I was totally fine with redoing everything. And I'm gonna let you guys in on just the slight secret. We are gonna be pulling the body off the frame because it is so simple on this. It's gonna make everything that we're gonna be trying to do so much easier. And then I'll be able to repair all that stuff. There's gonna be no worries. This is Braden. Braden, say hi.
Hello.
Okay, so startup didn't go well. Immediately put the camera down just because I didn't want to have to diagnose and keep updating you guys. I just want to try and figure out what the problem was. So I'm speaking really fast because I'm just trying to get the show on the road. So here, this. You know what? I'm gonna post this video. So something is inside this transmission. I knew it wasn't the engine because the engine runs strong. And when you start it up, there was the worst loud banging noise ever. And I probably snapped it last night when I was like slamming it into gear, pushing the clutch as hard as I could. Braden's been on the ground. We pulled this down and then he put his finger up inside the hole up there. He can kind of see it right up through there. Felt a piece of metal and I said, okay, I know what we can do. We can stick a phone up there with the flashlight on. And what I think it is, disregard this whole covering thing. I think it's the end of the slave. The slave is gone on that thing. Broken. We're gonna get the flexi magnet in there and let's hope that thing is magnetic in there. And then if that happens, that means all of our problems should be maybe fixed. Should be maybe.
I got a whole bunch of metal.
A whole bunch of metal shavings. That is not ideal. Oh, dude. Oh man, that's all metal shavings. Oh, dude, those are big metal shavings too. No way, dude. That's what all this sound was. That's what the sound was in there.
We think.
We think.
We'll find out shortly.
Now we're just gonna install the new one. Out with the old and in with the new. Well, while Braden's doing that, I'm gonna clean up because a messy workstation is an unproductive workstation. We're equally as busy, equally as important. All right, so good news.
The tranny's not.
The tranny's not blown. Yeah, the tranny's not blown. Bad news is the tranny's got to come out. And we're pulling it over this little tiny spring that holds the clutch fork in place. I remember doing it on my last Jeep, but if you can hear this.
That's the shift fork just floating around in there, not doing anything.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're just gonna start pulling the tranny.
In theory.
In theory. Just missed what Braden said. He's worded it excellently. I'm just gonna try and mash it all together. Since he pulled the clutch fork out, it was stuck in gear. I'm just gonna try and start it. Since it's not in gear, hopefully it doesn't sound like ass. That is it! Bingo! That sounds like a good working Jeep. There we go, now it sounds fine. So yeah, unfortunately we just gotta pull the tranny. The motor is still salvageable. Tomorrow, we're gonna start pulling the tranny.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to make this video all whole into this.
Yeah, but you know what?
This one's gonna be an extra long one for you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna come dressed ready for that kind of work.
Yeah, put on your jumpers. I will see you guys tomorrow. And we're back. So today we're gonna start pulling the transmission. I'm probably not gonna film a whole lot because I know this video is gonna be getting long. And it's not too exciting, we're just pulling the transmission. And there's already a good video online on how to pull this transmission, so I'm not gonna do better than it. I know I can't do better than it because that guy goes into way too much explanations and he gets way too good at camera angles. So I'm not even gonna try. Go backwards towards you. All of the shifter stuff is taken out. Both drive shafts are taken out. Most of the bell housing bolts on this side are taken out. Braden's getting the ones on that side. Braden did all the bell housing bolts, I just want to say. Braden did everything on the bottom. His main thing before starting this bike scooter shop was being a mechanic. So he just immediately took over because he has more knowledge than me. And this is what he enjoys to do. So he's been on the ground. I've been passing him tools. It's been going really quick. We've been doing this for under 2 hours and the transmission is gonna be getting ready to be pulled out probably in the next 20 minutes. So we're flying along. Hopefully, I don't wanna jinx anything, but we could be starting to put the transmission back in tonight. All right, if you guys know anything about throw-out bearings, this is not what it's supposed to look like. This thing is destroyed. The bell housing is full of just random little goodies, just assorted pieces of metal. Here's more of the throw-out bearing. And Braden just informed me that the clutch definitely needs to be done. And maybe pressure plate? All pressure plate, okay. This is gonna be a live reaction for you guys. Let's see it. Oh no. Yeah, you can't install that again. You guys can tell, look at the fingers on the pressure plate. Those are all snapped. We got the transmission out in 3 hours. 2.5, 3 hours. And
30 minutes of that was spent on one nut.
yeah, 30 minutes were struggling trying to figure out how to get one bolt off. I really said I don't want to jinx it. I remember saying that. It was like, I wanted the transmission to go in tonight. I said, I don't want to jinx it. But the clutch and pressure plate definitely need to be replaced. And I just don't know if I can justify doing it. It just doesn't make sense because the plans that we got.
Yeah, we're pulling it all back apart.
Okay. I don't know how much of that I'm going to keep just because it's going to spoil some stuff.
I feel like you almost have to let them know what the rough idea is.
This is, and I got, oh my god, it's gonna be big plans. Oh yeah, you guys can see lots of good jazz in there. That's called a clutch pivot ball. So that's where the clutch fork sits on, and then your slave pivots the fork like this. That's what it's supposed to look like right there. And the ball is completely gone on that guy. All right, so this is what it's supposed to look like. That is all the stuff, all the big metal pieces that I found inside. Absolutely riddled with smaller pieces. Here's the flywheel. I hope you guys can tell. They're supposed to kind of have a point. That is the most intact one, these two. That's what they're all supposed to look like. So that's all shattered. And then this is the whole throw bearing assembly. That is just no good either. We got a little bit more stuff to do, but it's not worth filming. So I guess you will see this when I get a new clutch. All right. With the power of my researching skills and my online know-how, I got the parts and it's been under 24 hours. Originally I was gonna be waiting a couple weeks. I just messaged every single person that I know, talked to a guy, and I ended up getting some stuff from a guy that I'm in school with. And in here we got the clutch, pressure plate, and throw bearing. So we have everything to do that. I got my full suit on just because I really don't want to get too dirty, but I'm just gonna start installing the clutch. It's only me right now, so I just went and did this by myself. Kind of hard to show you guys and do it at the same time. There's the new clutch installed. Here's the tranny, somewhat cleaned. I got 99% of the gunk out, all the metal shavings out. 3, 2, 1. I'm not in the hole yet. Now we should be lined up into the hole. How close is like the bell housing from lining up with? Oh, so it's 100%.
It's touching the dowels.
That took absolutely longer than we've both thought. So it took so long just because we had to get 2 dowel pins to line up. Even getting the transmission to line up was kind of a, nope, not gonna say that. But we managed to get 2 bolts in, and now we're just gonna keep firing in bell housing bolts. Then start connecting electrical, doing the shifter, and then we're basically gonna be done. Got the shifter back on. Braden's underneath doing the drive shafts. All right, you guys are about to witness greatness. We have probably 7 hours into a whole tranny swap, and a lot of that was just messing around and trying to figure out what's going on. We are gonna start it up and maybe take it for a little spin.
She got lights.
She does have lights. We could go for a little night bowl.
See if all of our work paid off. She runs, and no noise.
No noise. No noise. Sounds significantly better.
We'll let her warm up a bit and then take her around the block. This makes me really happy. This is something I've been wanting to get into, and it just shows that this Jeep is not going to be a big struggle the whole time, because you do the first thing. The first thing I did on this Jeep was probably one of the biggest things you can do, and it went smoothly. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, hop in. Let's go for a ride.
Nothing?
No, it's kind of doing the same thing. Dude! No, it's doing the same thing.
Same thing. Something's in the tranny then.
This is the saddest letdown of 2022. I think we fixed it. We just kept bleeding it. Just kept pumping the pedal. We did it like maybe like for like 3 minutes straight. Wasn't working. We're like, all right, well, the only thing we can do is just keep pushing the pedal. So we did it, and it goes into gear now. So we're gonna take it out for test spin number 2. Ready?
Nice.
Beauty.
Got lights? Hell yeah, we got the second.
And a third. Dude, we're driving right now. This is my shit box. This is mine. Yeah, dude, we got all of the gears.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try and get it up to 5th in my back alley. Watch out, world. I got a running Jeep. I got 2 running Jeeps. Oh.
That was the first actual rip with running gears.
I'm happy with how this is. I was genuinely so pissed and scared because as soon as we tried it, it didn't work, but
Yeah.
we got it to work, and this thing drives like a dream. We're missing about 15 different things. So I know this video has been getting long, but I've been just trying to get this thing running for you guys and running good, just showing you that it's actually going to be a good project. I know this thing isn't the 240. I know I know a lot of you guys are going to be sad that I sold it, but this is what's going to make me happy. I hope it makes you guys happy watching along. So that's all I'm going to be doing for today's video. I promise I'm going to be giving you guys a full breakdown on what I want to do with this thing in the next video. And also, if you guys are still here, we are going to be opening a shop, not opening a shop, but setting up a shop and doing like lots of custom fabrication and stuff. We're going to be bringing my welder up there. I think I'm getting a second one, the one that does MIG, TIG. Nope, that one does MIG, TIG, stick, and plasma. So we're going to be doing tons of custom fabrication for mine and his. He's going to be getting something in the near future. So make sure you guys stick around. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.